I just wanna hear you screaming.
Alexa, pause. I'm right in the mood right now for like, see like early 2000s up to about 2010 party music. I'm playing all that right now. And my favourite one, right, because Lindsay, my hypnobirthing teacher, when I was asking her about Braxton Hicks, sent me this one. Alexa, play Let's Get It Started by Black Eyed Peas.
Let's Get It Started by Black Eyed Peas.
And I've decided that when I go into labour, this is what I'm going to put on. So if you see me coming on my stories and this song's playing, I'm probably in labour. So that'll be my little, see those of you that have watched this and know, and I put up a story and I'm dancing to this music. Also, I'm about to go in for a shower, right? So I know this is the third day of this jumper, but it officially has food on it now. So. Alexa, stop. Right? So if you hear that music in my stories, you're on the inside and you know it's because I'm in labour. Right? And I'll know you know. And I'll know that you've watched this. So if you do message me and you know, I'll be like, thank you so much. So it was hair wash day today, so I've done that. It's officially like shower time. If you follow me a lot on Instagram, you either follow me or you don't. Oh, I'm just sitting down on a mini table right now. You know that I am a big bath fan. That's my baby, especially when we bought this house. But I have officially reached the point where I'm struggling to move around and get in and out of it. So see, especially if I want to wash my hair, it's just too difficult now. And that's been the last week or two. Another thing I wanted to mention that I haven't really spoken about yet, and the reason being is I want to see if it's a success or yet not, is perineal massage. So don't want to go into too much detail, but basically you massage yourself down there with oil to kind of stretch out the perineum, which is the bit between your foof and your butthole. And it really is to try and avoid tears in labour. So as much as I've been doing it, I'm like, I don't really want to talk to you about it or recommend it or say otherwise, because see if I come out of having given birth with like a 3rd degree tear, you'll be like, well, what fucking use was that then, you know? I have forgot to do it the last couple of days because I'd seen conflicting information, like whether you do it twice a week or whether you do it every day. And really it's, as much as possible, it's like stretching a muscle, even though it's not, well, I think there is muscles down there, but anyway. And you do it regularly, it will stretch out. It's meant to stretch out, but it tears, or you can get an episiotomy, which means it needs cut. So it's apparently really common in first time mums, like your first birth, your first baby. I think it's like 70-80%. I think. I could be making that up. Look at me just like whapping out statistics that are based on nothing. I've read that much. It'd be better if I'd researched it and then had actually said something that was useful to you, but look into it. There's obviously items you can use to train it as well, because I'll be honest, I'm lucky I've got like a wee chair in my chair, right? So I like prop my leg up on that, but even getting round the belly to try and massage yourself is an effort, I'm not gonna lie. So I feel like I've done a wee bit of a workout this morning. So I'm gonna go get ready. I'm gonna put my tummy oils and creams on. I've got, Mama Baby Bliss Tummy Love, the oil, which I'm really liking. And I'm using Secret Saviours as well. My stretch marks have got pretty bad below my belly button, but like looking after your skin is never a bad thing, eh? So I'm gonna do that, plus it smells nice. Smells nice. I'm the only one really smelling my stomach or my hands afterwards, because then it just gets covered up with clothes. So I'm gonna go and do that. Forgot to say, we're on April 2nd, 3rd. It'd be good if I could come on to you. Did I say it was April Fool's yesterday? Yes, because then I thought that would be funny if I went into labour then. I kind of had it in my head, but I've not. So we're on April 2nd now. And I'm due on Monday, so I'm due on April 5th. So who knows when that's going to happen. Kind of, well, obviously everybody wishes now, but I'm okay. I want it to happen naturally. Doesn't everybody? Just being a greedy wee bitch. Right, speaking of it, also wanted to say my eyes have looked like my namesake badger for like 2 days now, and I think that's because I wore mascara 2 days ago and I've not cleaned it off properly. Because otherwise you guys will be thinking, wow, check the bags under her eyes, look at that. That's bad, isn't it? So I'm literally taking it off just in time to actually bother my bum to go and put some other makeup on, just because I feel like it. It's amazing what effort you feel like doing when you've not got work. See, when I've got work, I'm like, sack that. Whereas actually putting makeup on because I'm off technically and I've not got a baby here to occupy me yet, I'm like, well, might as well. Which you see, I'll still have dark circles. Not quite as bad though, eh? Don't judge me too harshly for the last however many minutes I was speaking to you today. I've decided I'm also going to record this for posterity because I hardly ever give the appropriate attention to my skin. So look guys, I'm putting on moisturiser. Ain't I a good girl? I'm in my little hidey hole. So this is like hidden away. This is falling off my head. Hidden away in my wardrobe. It's like the best thing ever because you can leave all your makeup out and nobody will see it. Everybody will come in and be like, oh my goodness, your room is so tidy. And inside it looks like a bombs went off. It's not that bad. As you can see, I've not actually even made full use of it. But I got little shelves done here that I put all my stuff on. So that's quite handy. That just had a railing up there before, like you can see. And it was just for like hanging things, but I'm a shelf gal. Like even, I'm definitely a drawer, even over a wardrobe gal. You know, you just get people like that. I hate hanging stuff up. Anyway, right, I'm going to prime. I'm going to let this set in, prime, and then I'm going to actually I'll put some makeup on like I said. I got this Helio Care. I got the wrong one because this is more like makeup, someone says. But apparently gel cream's quite good for like everyday use. So anyway, I'm enjoying it. I'll use this and I'll get the gel cream at some point else. I think I'm also going to maybe straighten my hair today for a wee treat. I say straighten it, like I might just blow dry it. That in itself is a treat. So in between getting ready, etc., I've just decided to like unpack and then repack my hospital bag for the hospital. The hospital bag for the hospital for labour. So I was using this one, which you can see is kind of like a travel size carry-on case. But I was going to have to take an extra bag for snacks and my drinks, like my flavoured water and Lucozade Sports. And I've also got a smaller one for the baby. But I've decided to go, like my mum had something this big. So it's just a tiny bit bigger, but it's still not like a medium-sized suitcase. So I've decided to just decant everything from there into there because it means that I can just fit some snacks and bottles in there. And I'm actually only taking like one bag. So that's my test for now. Okay, I'm actually so much happier with this because look at that. So that was everything I had in the travel bag, and there is actually so much room. So I'll be able to like pack that across the top, get drinks in there and actually pack some snacks, which makes me a lot happier because it literally means all I need to worry about is getting that bag in. Jonathan can obviously bring in the baby bag and anything else, and if I need anything else, if I'm kept in for longer. So fruit and veg delivery here. Ooh, let's go and unpack this. You have no idea the number of times I need to wipe down this kitchen. I mean, you probably have an idea, considering how much I cook, but just think about that. Look at this. Oh yeah. Absolutely, I mean, look at the size of that. Look at the size of that. The aubergines are getting bigger and bigger as well. Love these. I'm making some pasta dishes with them in it, but also I'm addicted to like homemade baba ganoush. So, cook with so many fresh herbs, you've probably seen that. Parsley is like one of my staple ingredients. Coriander for like yogurts and curries. Basil, I'm making quite a few kind of like pasta sauces in prep for the baby coming. So These are staple in my fresh fruit and veg delivery as well, because I blend a packet of these up for sauce and then I chop the fruit up with meringue and also make chantilly cream for like an eating mess. Love these eggs. The yolk colour is gorgeous on them, the Corrie Main, and also a Cadzor Bakery sourdough. I'm probably going to have that for lunch actually. And went for some cabbage because I'm trying to get a wee bit more green veg in, be healthy. But we're loving some oven roasted asparagus, tender stem, got some Savoy cabbage as well, and obviously potatoes just as a staple again as well. Cherry tomatoes, oh, not trying to cook anything. Have these with steak, cook them up for salads, put them on the side of my macaroni, use them for a lot of things. And look at this baby. It's like red, orange and green. What a winner. A couple of peppers though. So that is that. I cannot recommend these guys enough. You see it on my stories enough on Instagram, but looks amazing. I'm also feeling like really big today. Like, just really heavy. Alexa, stop. That's mat leave. That was so nice as well. I specifically put it on my list today to do one of Lindsay of Born This Way Hypnobirthing's tracks, because I hadn't done one in a wee bit. So I'd done the Place of Peace, which is part of like the client area on her Hypnobirthing website, and it was just so nice. So enjoyed my face mask, lay down, took a wee 10 minutes. Similar to like meditation, you're just getting yourself in a really relaxed state and focusing on your breathing, and I'm hoping it'll come in handy for labour, so I will keep you informed of that though. I really want to be in the pool because actually my Place of Peace is in the water. So I really want to actually be in the water. So we're on Saturday, April 3rd. And I thought I would give you a wee update on some kind of like different symptoms that I had last night. We had the Mama San like cook at home delivery, and I've had kind of like lower back pain throughout various bits of pregnancy anyway, but there was like this increased pressure and also kind of like radiating pain down my back, with the increased pressure kind of like down, like pressing down like the whole bowling ball feeling more than I've had before. So I like to think that it's my body kind of like preparing and getting ready and doing its thing. So that was interesting and exciting as well, because I was like, oh, I hope it is, but you know, it didn't come to anything. Went to bed, and although I lost the ability to kind of like bear weight on my right leg again, so I've had that quite a few times in pregnancy, and I didn't really do anything last night. Sometimes I feel like if I sit a certain way or like lean on something, so I don't know if it's the baby moving down and it's like put pressure on a nerve, which meant I couldn't walk properly. I had to get, so a few weeks back I'd actually got one of my dad's walking sticks. My dad has MS, so he has like walking sticks to help him walk, and my mum had given me one of them along to help with these kind of like episodes I was having. So to go to the toilet through the night last night, I had to use the stick. Otherwise, I was not getting there. It was one of the bad ones. I've also woken up, and I don't know if you can see this. This isn't going to be particularly sexy, but the foot is actually swollen. So I've not had too many issues with swelling like my whole pregnancy. Obviously carpal tunnel in my hands, but my hands still looked okay. But I couldn't get shoes on. So for the first time, I've actually got swelling in my feet, which they say can affect you like later on in pregnancy anyway. So I'm like, well, if I've lasted to, what's that? I'm 39 plus 4, 5. So we're on Saturday and I'm 40 weeks on Monday. But I can start seeing like my flesh like sponging up because of the fluid. So that's a new kind of development which isn't welcomed. But the feeling last night is welcomed, because I actually think that's hopefully my body making progress. So, gorgeous day today, another gorgeous, gorgeous day. My wee puppy, just enjoying the sunshine, total sun trap on her perch here. Look at her. And just going to be doing a bit of a meal plan, I think, just now. So we're going to organise what we're going to have for dinner. I mean, it's total barbecue weather, isn't it? Total barbecue weather, baby, isn't it? She's like anything for Chimkin. So I'm going to go prep some of that. And I hope you guys are having a good day as well. Good morning, folks. We are on Sunday the 4th of April, which is the day before my due date. I've been in at the West End this morning and got a coffee. I actually got 2 coffees. I'm just throwing all hell to the wind now. Oh, I can never get these scenes right. Anyway, so we went and got like a coffee from Pet, and we got it and we were going to Waitrose shopping because I'd got a £15 voucher. So we're having a roast tonight. I thought we'll go and get a nice corn-fed chicken from Waitrose. But by the time I actually went to take a drink of the coffee, it was freezing. So I just thought, right, I'll reheat this when I get home. And because we were driving home back via 5 March, Morning Glory, I just got another coffee out of there. So I've technically then had, or I'm about to have, 2 flat whites. Buzzing! This is me like pre-pregnancy. I used to always have 2 coffees, but I've obviously been good with being pregnant. I've kept it to 1, but wait till you see what I got. Look at this. It is a brown butter, miso and chocolate muffin. We also got a hot cross bun cruffin that had rum soaked fruit in it. Maybe raisins, whatever, but you get the gist. Jonathan's already eaten that. So I'm saving this to have, hopefully with the last little bit of sunshine we've got, because it's meant to get cold again tomorrow. What was I going to say to you? Yeah, I've got the swelling on my feet again, and my hands are starting to go a wee bit swollen as well. Don't know if you can see that, like between my knuckles. So I've got a midwife appointment Tuesday. I'm not too concerned right now, but I heard it can just happen at the tail end of pregnancy. But I've went, even with my carpal tunnel, and I've had a little bit of swelling in my hands, but I've never had swelling in my feet at all. I have had a few messages from you guys on Instagram just kind of saying keep an eye on it, because well, I didn't know you could actually develop like preeclampsia so late on, so I'll be 40 weeks tomorrow. But probably worth, or if they swell up really badly, my ankles etc get affected, I'll probably just phone my assessment, because I haven't felt I had to for anything really at this point. So we'll see how that goes. What else have I got to tell you? Not really much. I'm about to actually make, you can probably see the potatoes here. I'm about to make some dauphinoise to go with our roast later. You can see the chicken there. Potentially going to put some butter under the skin. And have I got anything else? It's getting a bit windy and wild actually. The sun was so nice. I hope that hurries back. And I joked with Jonathan this morning that if the baby comes tomorrow, we can tell he's going to be really punctual like his mama, because his dad's timekeeping is shit. So we'll see. If he comes late, then obviously he's more aligned and get more in common with his dad at this point in time. This is a constant gripe of our relationship. I'm always wanting to be there on time or ideally early, and Jonathan's like, there's enough time. I'll maybe come back on in a wee bit and tell you about Sky. We had a booking at, I'll tell you now. We had a booking at the Kinloch Lodge, which had a Michelin star at the time. Don't think it does anymore. And we were going up for his friend's 30th, like Kayleigh party, and Jonathan had booked for Kinloch Lodge dinner that night. And I didn't know we had dinner booked, right? So obviously you're working towards something. And he ended up saying, oh, we'll take 5 hours. And I was like, that's quite ambitious for driving to Skye, because you would literally need to drive there with no stops, i.e. somebody needs the toilet if there's roadworks. And it made me laugh because we argued for weeks beforehand, because I was like, John, we need to leave about 7 hours before. I want to go out. And this was me not even knowing we had a dinner reservation, right? But I was just thinking, we're actually going to be meeting his friends, want to settle in, plus if we want to find somewhere for dinner, I want to get up before like 7, 8 o'clock. And we ended up hitting roadworks at Dalwhinnie, and you know, that way I was kind of like, because we had left early, I'd got my way, as I usually do, and thank God I'd got my way, because we also had to stop twice, once for a coffee and like another time for, well, both times for the toilet. So I'm kind of going, you need to factor these things in, and he just doesn't think. So same thing for like going to a restaurant, like he won't factor in the fact you need to find a parking space, so we'll leave at like 1:45. Do you know? And I'm like, for an o'clock booking, and I'm like, I can't fathom people that think like this, but this is, when they say opposites attract, you need one to balance out the other. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to tidy up my kitchen and fill up the dishwasher, exciting, and sort out some paperwork. I'm still finding myself things to do, which is good. And I will catch up with you in a bit. So, still no baby. Going to the toilet actually reminded me of this, but I wanted to mention it. So you know how you're seeing loads of stories just now about people not getting into used toilets because of the COVID situation, which seriously concerns me, because being pregnant, you need the toilet a lot. When we went into Waitrose this morning, like the first thing I had to do was go to the toilet, and basically they could not have been nicer. So really, really impressed. Like 2 women, one of them took me through at the staff toilets, used the toilet, no bother. And just wanted to mention that because you hear bad things, and big up Waitrose. So now comes the fun bit. It is Easter Sunday, and I'm gonna upload probably the vlog tomorrow if I can edit it, because I've got iMovie up on the Mac. We've fallen heir to like my brother's old Mac, which is excellent because it means I don't need to worry about transferring videos and files, because if you hook it up to your Apple ID, it's there. But I'm still struggling to get them, so I might need to like get a FaceTime tutorial with how you actually work it, which is so bad. But obviously I think I started this on Wednesday, so it means that you've not had a full week, but probably for the best, because I want to kind of see how it's received to begin with, if anybody actually cares to watch it. And I'll do a wee bit of a kind of like intro explaining, because I've also changed the format where the first 2 days I think I done 2 like 10-minute talking at the camera, and then day 3 I tried like various like snippets of the day and just updating you throughout. So I'd be keen in finding out what you like. But I'll probably do like a wee intro video and ask yous. But if you've watched this far along and you do have any comments as to whether you liked like the daily 10-minute update or like the wee snippets throughout, I would appreciate any feedback. Just please don't be like Helena Grant and saying I put too much salt in my potatoes, because I don't need to hear that. She's clearly English. I have accepted that my life expectancy is potentially a quarter less as a result of my salt intake, but at least it's a tasty life, Helena.